Hi, Professor Smith. My name is Donald Payne from Minnesota. I'm on my voice right now. I am a little bit sick, under the weather, but hi, I am from Fort Myers, Florida. My personal and career goals are becoming a successful business owner. I don't really want to put like a cap on what I want to own or what I want to be, but I've always wanted to have a shoe store, become a real estate agent, and I always wanted to have like a high-end boating company where we make like expensive boats, like high-end boats for like rich people, pretty much. My communication strengths include active listening, self-affecting, and I've gotten those things from different people. I've not really given myself those like things. People have told me that about myself. It's not like I just randomly picked those two things out. But I have noticed those things about me as well. But I know I also have like a lot of areas for improvement, including like managing my nerves and emotions. Because I tend to get like emotional when I get into deep conversation. I feel like these communication and skills and lacks stem from my cultural background and my upbringing. Um, But I do feel like self-reflecting and active listening are good tendencies to have in the fields I want to be, but I also have areas to improve. And as I said before, but being able to actively listen and being able to self-reflect on conversations you've had to fix or do something the same way you did before are all good tendencies to have in life, I believe. But today I will discuss my cultural background. My cultural background has a big impact on my worldview and communication style. Since growing up, me and my family have been close, so decisions are usually made after being discussed or talked about. So usually, like if I'm going to make a decision or like do something, I usually like talk to my mom, talk to my dad, talk to a few people in my family before I come to one decision. That's just how it always been growing up. And it's not just me, like my parents, like when I got older, they came to me or like, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about that? Just making a decision collectively has always been a thing growing up for me. Um, the role of nonverbal communication in my culture is big. We use a lot of nonverbal communication where I'm from. We use a lot of hand gestures, hand movements, handshakes, eye contact, like using different like head movements, hand gestures, just different things. In my culture, we use it a lot. It contrasts with other cultures because a lot of other cultures use nonverbal communication as well. This is a good thing to know and understand, just to be able to be around and communicate with the cultures. It's an important thing in the world, just being able to do those things, especially if you want to be successful, like just being able to be in different places with different people, knowing different like things are good to have. If you want to be a successful man, a successful person. My culture is collectivist. For example, my family culture, decisions are made collectively. Like I said before, emphasizing like in group harmony. We use a lot of indirect communication as well. Like when we're out in public and talking and discussing things in crowds. Like when we're in crowds, we try not to be as collective because we don't want like a lot of people to hear like know what we're talking about. So usually we use a lot of indirect communication, like say certain things, bits and pieces here and there. So we get what we're saying, but you know what I'm saying? Like everybody doesn't know what we're saying. Just everyone that needs to know knows. But my cultural value and this impact on worldview and communication. My cultural values shape how I see the world, such as being respectful, not judging anyone, and just being open-minded. I communicate with others by showing respect, gestures, and maintaining eye contact. Being able to communicate and talk to people is an important thing in my family and in my culture. My community has like a lot of get-togethers, parties, reunions, and other things that require you to have to be able to communicate, and sometimes no other ways of communication to talk to certain people from various places. But also, your worldview does affect the way you communicate because some people view the world different. So some people are going to communicate with people differently. Like if people view the world as a more, maybe like a more happier place, they're going to communicate in a more open like way. For people who view the world as more scarier, they're going to communicate more conservative just because like they don't, their view is different from other people. They don't know how other people are going to respond back to how they're talking. But both collectivist and individualist cultures have unique strengths and challenges. I wouldn't say neither is good or bad, but they shape like communication differently. Like you won't talk collectively and individually with like it's not the same thing. It's like it's different. The communication like varies different. But next, I will discuss the importance of nonverbal communication in my culture and its role in my culture. Non communication plays a big role in my culture. We use a lot of nonverbal communication. Um, just because using our mouths, maybe we don't use our mouths just as much. Being able to have like a different way to communicate is beneficial because a lot of different cultures use it, and being able to do it is beneficial and it's a good benefit to have. Nonverbal communication plays a significant role in my culture, including yours, where maintaining eye contact is a sign of respect and attentiveness. Holding a conversation without eye contact might be interpreted as a lack of interest, dishonesty, or even disrespect. In such cultural contexts, eye contact serves as a bridge for mutual understanding, trust, and sincerity between individuals. So, like having eye contact when you're having a conversation is not demanded, but it's kind of expected. Like, just show that you're paying attention, showing that you're not even if you're not interested, just showing eye contact just tells them that you're listening to what they're saying, and that's a form of nonverbal communication. But just showing that you're looking at them, showing that you're paying attention, which is a form of communication. But the differences between nonverbal communication and just being attentive is like the same thing because you being attentive and respect is nonverbal communication. Holding a conversation without eye contact is not a form of nonverbal communication. So if you're talking to someone, you're looking around, you're looking over here, you're looking over here, you're not being attentive to them. So that would not be a form of nonverbal communication. However, the duration and intensity of eye contact are also notched. For example, prolonged eye contact can convey confidence and engagement, but it may also be seen as aggressive or confrontational. So, like if you're looking at someone like scowling at them, they're obviously going to think there's something wrong with you. So, obviously, don't do that. Um, this is now I'll explore the impact of mass communication in my culture. Mass communication is big in my culture and in this generation in general, just because of how much people are on their phones and on technology. Like using media, commercials, ads to communicate, to promote has been big in my culture and in this generation. Like and mass communication is another way to success nowadays, just because of how much time people spend on technology. My culture influences mass communication in various ways by sharing their businesses, sharing their life, displaying their entrepreneurship ways on online, spreading their like showing their energy, their spirits online, so people can like shop with them or use their what they're offering. Promoting their businesses, promoting individual organizations, just their views and insights on certain things. Just my culture uses mass communication in multiple and various different ways. But the similarity of sharing personal experiences and cultural narratives on social media amplifies the voices of individuals, offering unique insights into our traditions, daily lives, and aspirations. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook allow people to express themselves creatively, whether through blogs, videos, photography, or live streams. This not only strengthens interpersonal connections within the community, but also allows for cultural exchange and understanding on a global scale. So using mass communication allows you can use TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all different platforms that millions of billions of people use from different cultures and different countries, and these people can see what you're offering, and you can spread just anything so fast and so far, so quickly, just off of the media. Like it has a lot of advantages and disadvantages, but mass communication is a big deal in our generation. Mass communication has many benefits for my community, especially now that we can share information quickly and without the people. But one big advantage is being able to send messages to many people at the same time, whether it's promoting a business, talking about cultural events, or raising awareness about important causes. However, there are some downsides to them. The same tools that make it easy to share information can also cause problems. People might be misunderstood your message, spread false information, misuse your post. For instance, some people could take your post, change its meaning, or use it to tear you down in any way or tear away your reputation. Also, because mass communication reaches so many people, it can sometimes feel less personal, and then the message might lose its meaning for some. Like if it's different if like you're talking to someone one on one and telling them something, and instead of just sending it on Instagram and posting their story for everyone to see it, they might not take it as to heart as if you were to say it to them face to face. But, uh, but in this speech, I've shared insights about my cultural background, the role of nonverbal communication, and the impact of my culture on mass communication. These elements are interconnected with my career goals, emphasizing the value of effective communication. My personal experience and cultural influence have shaped my communication skills, which are essential for achieving my future goals, mastering both verbal and nonverbal communication. Will continue to guide my success. Thank you for your time and goodbye.